organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Tonight on Daily Iowa TV, Fuel from Trash, find out how it could soon be running your car here in Eastern Iowa.
Diversifying or dividing Iowa City schools look at a way to move forward with a controversial policy.
And in sports, we go inside the Dallas Cowboys war room in just a bit.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Melissa Dawkins.
And I'm Erin Faust. If you live in Iowa City, what you throw in your garbage could soon power your car.
It's all part of the new way Iowa City is thinking about dealing with community waste. Gabriella Dunn joins us with more. Gabriella, this almost sounds too good to be true, so how does it all work?
Melissa, people are calling it Trashion All, and the idea is to convert energy from the decaying organic material in garbage. But making the jump citywide is no small decision. It runs in your car just like corn ethanol, but it's made entirely from landfill gunk. And right now, Iowa City is looking into joining this new Trashion All trend. But before we get too excited, no one has ever made Trashion All on a commercial scale in the United States. A company called Fiberite is moving into eastern Iowa and wants to test its large-scale project on Iowa City as a pre-processing center. Fiberite would sort out the garbage they can convert into ethanol, and anything they can't use will just go back into the landfill. After sorting, the waste would then get trucked here to Blairstown, where this ethanol plant is being retrofitted to use your regular waste as its feedstock instead of corn cobs.
It's a fascinating concept to think that we could do the landfilling process a lot different. You know, it's an exciting opportunity.
Elias said for the past 40 years, the landfill has operated without much change. And right now, Iowa City handles roughly 400,000 tons of trash every day.
We need to take steps to reduce what goes into our landfill.
And taking those steps has to come pretty soon because the landfill will reach capacity in 20 to 25 years. But before taking any new steps, the City Council wants to watch Marion's work with Fiberite as a pre-processing center.
We feel that we're going to be a leader. We feel that once this starts, we'll have a stream of individuals coming by looking at this facility to see what they can do with their waste.
On the other hand, Mayor Hayek says he's weary of leading the way.
To be a pioneer on something that is untested means you're spending a lot of money and you're taking a lot of risk and you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out.
But not everybody likes this plan. One of those opponents is Mike Carberry, who has been vocal in his concerns about how Fiberite will affect the environment. He wants the city to pursue more curbside recycling, because right now Iowa City does not have any recycling for apartments with more than 4 units, which make up 40% of the population. And even for those who do have recycling, they still have to sort out the material into categories.
That makes it more difficult for citizens of Iowa City to actually recycle, and it becomes a pain in the drain, and a lot of people just don't do it. They can't be bothered.
More than 70% of what goes into the landfill is recyclable material, and Fiberite says they could use that waste for Trashion All. Turning landfill junk into fuel for your car is no longer just a crazy idea. It's now becoming a reality here in eastern Iowa. Originally, the City Council wanted to reach a decision by this summer, but they have delayed negotiations with Fiberite and plan to vote on the contract in the beginning of 2015.
Wow, very interesting, Gabriella. Thank you. Iowa City Police are trying to find a man they believe is responsible for a robbery early Saturday morning. It happened near the intersection of Highland Avenue and Boy Rum Streets, Iowa City, around 3:30 a.m. The victim told police a man approached his vehicle and asked for a ride. The victim says the man then grabbed him and asked for money. Police say the victim wasn't hurt.
A new diversity policy for Iowa City schools is causing some concern in the community. The Black Voices Project just held a meeting to give community members a chance to express their worries with the Iowa City school officials. Our own Matt Starnes has a story.
A preliminary version of the Iowa City Schools diversity policy was adopted last year by the school board after some concerns were raised about possible adverse effects of having an abnormally high concentration of low-income students at any one school. The new policy hopes to correct that inequality by changing attendance boundaries to distribute those students more equally.
The mandates that we have are to balance our free and reduced lunch rate. So right now we've got a gap of 4% to 80%, and the diversity policy says that all schools need to be at 52% or below.
Many parents and community members in attendance were optimistic about the changes, but many concerns were expressed too. Some parents worried that the shuffling of students might disrupt their child's access to resources like special needs assistance. Others said they felt it would be more effective to attempt to improve schools where students were currently struggling. Former school district equity director Marion Coleman said it's important all parties get a seat at the negotiating table.
It just all depends on a collaboration between the school district and not just the normal players, but the underrepresented folks who don't normally get in on the decision making.
The school board will meet May 13th to finalize proposed boundaries for the new attendance areas. Matt Starnes, Daily Iowan TV.
Community members say they want to hold more meetings like this in the future. We're going to turn it over now to Hannah Thompson. She's standing by with a look at your weather.
Hannah?
Thanks, Melissa. With spring finally arriving, we are all itching to get outside and take a deep breath of the fresh, warm spring air. And now we can do that with ease. The University of Iowa has released a new study that shows that the air quality in the state of Iowa falls well within the government's guidelines for cleanliness. This study was the first of its kind to examine air quality differences between rural and urban areas here in the Midwest. Now, here in Iowa City, while the air might be good, the weather for the next week is going to be less than ideal. Temperatures are going to be significantly cooler with the cold front and severe weather coming at us. Tomorrow morning, though, will be the warmest day of the week. In the morning, we can expect temperatures to be at 68 degrees, with rain and a good chance of thunderstorms throughout the day. Those temps will rise to 74 for the afternoon, and we will get a brief break from the rain with overcast skies, but by the evening, those clouds will open up again, and the temperatures will be at 76. Now, looking ahead to the rest of the week, it looks like we can continue to see those gloomy skies as we all suffer through this finals week. Tuesday and Wednesday will be relatively similar, with temperatures in the low 60s and overcast skies. By Thursday, temperatures will stay in the 60s, but we will see a higher chance for more precipitation, and as the last week of the semester comes to a close, the temperatures will rise a bit to the mid-60s, and hopefully we'll see some clearer skies. That's all I have here in the weather studio today. Melissa and Aaron, back to you.
Thanks, Hannah. Once again, finals week is here at UI. Of course, that comes with a little added stress.
Sarah Bulmer is standing by with today's Medical Minute. So, Sarah, what happens to the body when students get stressed?
Thanks, ladies. Well, stress can increase heart rate and blood pressure, cause fatigue, changes in appetite, and more. But when caffeine is used to pull an all-nighter, it can have detrimental effects to the body. The lack of sleep could cause you to have trouble retaining information.
Yeah, I think really making the most of the study time is important, and really making time for a minimum of 7 hours of sleep a night. That helps us get our deepest rest and helps our brain function so that when we are studying, we can retain that information.
She says binging on caffeine and pulling all-nighters may do more harm than good if the goal is to ace that test. Erin, Melissa, back to you at the desk.
Thank you so much for that, Sarah. The NFL drafted 3 Hawkeyes and more signed with different teams over the weekend.
Cody Goodwin in the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio has all the highlights.
Thank you, ladies. Welcome back to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio for our final Sunday program of the spring semester, and what a show we have for you guys this evening. We go inside the Dallas Cowboys war room to hear the conversation between Jerry Jones and former Hawkeye Anthony Hitchens in just a bit, and a profile of field phenom Gabe Hull on tap as well. But where we must start is the 2014 NFL Draft. All in all, 3 Hawkeyes heard their names called over the weekend. Tight end C.J. Fedorowicz, the first of the bunch, after being selected by the Houston Texans in the 3rd round. He wouldn't have to wait long to be joined in the league. Linebacker duo Christian Kirksey and Anthony Hitchens taken in rounds 3 and 4 by the Cleveland Browns and Dallas Cowboys, respectively. A number of Hawkeyes signing as free agents as well. Long snapper Casey Kreider will be joining Hitches in Dallas, with James Morris on his way to the Patriots and linemen Connor Buffelli and Brett Van Sloten heading to the Minnesota Vikings and Baltimore Ravens, respectively. More on the NFL Draft still on the way, but for now, how about some track and field ahead of the Big Ten Championships in just a few weeks? Among those expected to shine at the conference's premier event, thrower Gabe Hull. Daily Iowan TV Sports' Whitney Blakemore heads to the track for a closer look.
Junior thrower Gabe Hull came into this season with high expectations for himself, setting goals he wasn't even sure he could make. But after getting 4 discus wins under his belt already this year, including his most recent win at the Drake Relays, he knew it was time to set the bar even higher.
At the beginning of the season, we set goals with our coach. Me and Capo sat down and talked about how the season would go. And so far, I've reached my goals and had to reevaluate them.
Gabe's had a great season. He started off at about 186 in the discus, which was not a great throw.
But Hull really improved just a few weeks later, becoming the 3rd athlete in school history to break 200 feet in the discus. But he wasn't done.
And then last week he had a huge personal best throwing 207 and breaking our school record in the discus, and so it's a great accomplishment for him.
While breaking that 8-year-old school record was an accomplishment, Hull is right now focused on the Big Ten tournament coming up this weekend, where he's a contender to break yet again another record.
And actually the Big Ten meet record is under 200 feet. So, if he throws well at the Big Ten championship, he's got a chance not only to win the meet, but also break the Big Ten record.
It always feels nice to get a new PR. The actual throw didn't actually feel that good, so I'm kind of hoping that at the Big Ten meets it'll feel good and fly good, so might be seeing a new school record.
Whitney Blakemore, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Thank you, Whitney. And we leave you tonight with this video and audio from the Dallas Cowboys draft room as Jerry Jones and company make Anthony Hitchens the newest member of America's team. Back to you at the desk right after this. Let's listen in.
Welcome to being a Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
Well, we're excited about it. I'm telling you, you've got some linebacker coaches and defensive coordinator and a head coach that's grinning from ear to ear. They're ready to see you come in here, and I know you know how much work you got ahead of you. By the way, you got a special teams coach over here that laid in front of the train for you, so whatever you do, you're going to have to be the best special teams player we got.
Anthony.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, you're our kind of guy. You ready to get to work?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're a damn good player, and we're working on Monday morning, though. You ready to go?
Yep, absolutely.
Good. Congratulations. Great day for you.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You ready to roll?
Yep, I'm ready to get going.
Yeah, man, we like you now. Bring some of that Iowa toughness in there, all right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we like you, and everybody we've talked to just thinks a world of you, and we love your tape. We love what you got a chance to bring to us. And it's going to be a heck of a defense now, and you're going to be a big part of it. But our linebacker coach wants to yell at you real quick. Okay?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Well, good luck to you. See you Monday. Here's Flu.
All right, see you, Coach.
Anthony.
Hey.
Hey, this is Flus. I'm your linebacker coach.
How you doing, Coach?
You'll be spending your life with me, okay? Hey, here's the thing. I said you'll be spending the rest of your life with me. You got it? Every minute, every day.
I'm ready.
Hey, my good buddy is Phil Parker. We worked together for 10 years at the University of Toledo. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So he stood on the table for you. All right? And I'm glad to have you because you like to run, you like to hit. So we're excited about getting you.
I'm ready to get to work.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you find out what's going on in tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan. New night ride hours. The UI's taxi service for women is running longer hours this week. Find out when you can catch a ride.
And Bike to Work Week. Iowa City residents are jumping in on a growing nationwide trend. Before we go, since it is Mother's Day, check out this picture one of our viewers sent in. This is UI student Kara Bimschlinger with her mom, Martha. She says, graduating this semester, it's all due to her mom's love and support.
And here's my mom and me, and I can't thank her enough for all the wonderful support she has given me throughout my life, and especially in college.
And speaking of college, Erin, you are graduating the UI and the anchor desk, so on behalf of everyone here at the DI, I think we want to say we're going to miss you a lot, and I'm so glad that I had the chance to anchor with you this semester.
I do too. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been great here at the Daily Iowan and at Iowa. But for now, thank you for joining us and have a great evening.